Hong Kong Watch was founded in 2017 in order to be an advocacy voice for Hong Kong's freedoms and human rights.
Yeah, there was really a lot of people here, and because you've known Hong Kong for a while, how have you seen Hong Kong change recently?
It's changed very dramatically. The reason we founded Hong Kong Watch 3.5 years ago was because we could see already Hong Kong's freedoms being eroded. But at the time, there was still some freedom. But really over the last year, especially since the introduction of the very draconian national security law, all of Hong Kong's freedoms have been destroyed. And Hong Kong now is a city of fear, really.
So it was nice when you were talking earlier about the how Hong Kong still lives on in the hearts of Hong Kongers around the world. Could you tell me a bit more about that?
Yes, I think it's really important to distinguish between the CCP's destruction of Hong Kong's freedoms and Hong Kong itself. And I think Hong Kong itself is both, of course, a place, but it embodies an idea of the spirit of freedom and openness. And I think that spirit lives on in the hearts of Hong Kongers and of people who love Hong Kong. And I think the identity and the culture of Hong Kong lives on in Hong Kongers. So that's why I think it's important. I think it would be very depressing if we said that Hong Kong itself has been destroyed. I think that's why we need to talk about the destruction of Hong Kong's freedoms, but the identity, the spirit, the culture lives on.
Yeah, no, that's a really positive note. I've got one more question, if that's okay, because I think it might be in some people's minds because I read that there are 34,000 Hong Kongers who have applied to come and live in the UK, which was 6 times more as European people, or the EU. So what's the kind of attitude in the UK, would you say, for Hong Kongers to come here, and how do they feel coming into the UK with Brexit and everything? I know that seems like ages ago.
Well, I think on the whole, it's very positive. Of course, inevitably there are challenges and issues to be overcome. But on the whole, I think Hong Kongers are glad to be here because they have a place now of freedom. And I think on the whole, the response of the British public has been very positive to the government's plan to welcome Hong Kongers. I think people recognise our shared history together. They recognise that we have a responsibility to Hong Kong. And I think they also recognise that as a whole, Hong Kongers are going, in the long term, are going to contribute a lot to our society. So yes, there will be challenges, of course, in the short term, but I think overall it's a positive thing, and it's seen positively both by Hong Kongers who are coming here and by the majority of British people.